So it's funny. Hi. I forgot to say it. I forgot to say hi every single time like I start. I don't know. What's funny is this. I wanted to drink water and I forgot, so I started this video and now I don't want to pause it and repeat everything, even though my hi was awkwardly long. And now this is explaining absolutely nothing. For this video, content creator versus content and creation. I got this idea about a month ago, and I got it from I was having a conversation with somebody, and it's funny because like statements, I am not a very big fan of statements, mainly because every statement I ever made failed me. So, and because we are small, we're minuscule. We forget how big the world is. We forget how small we are. Just the world, man. Fuck everything else. Don't go far to the universe. We're talking about the world. We forget how big the world is. How, if you were to, whatever, man, it's just like my country is tiny as fuck. And by car, it takes 4 hours north to south. If I want to, the previous country that I was in, like Liberia, was 14 times the size of Lebanon. It was one of the smaller countries in fucking Africa. Like, the world is huge, man. And 70% of it is water, is ocean water. But so, making a statement for me is always kind of like, it triggers something in me. And I love it because, in a way, I have engaged with the concept and the meaning of statements to a point where anytime somebody makes a statement, I don't think of the statement, I think of why they're making it. I try to understand the genuinity behind it because we're always like reflecting something. We're always honest behind what we're trying to do. And we're always like in a straightforward attempt to be the person that would create the reality that we have. And I think most of the time we kind of like don't really experiment enough with it, so we're stubborn in a certain way, or at the very least, we're not really like as productive as we would like to be. Because everyone evolves, whether we like it or not. Change is unavoidable. And the reason I mentioned water earlier because I'm drinking from this, so it'll be just funny carrying it all the way up. I'll wait till the next video. But content creation versus content in creation, and like the person was explaining how he's a content creator, and she was a musician and she's a videographer. And when somebody's an artist overall, when it comes to these things, there, I think it becomes more important that they express than how they express. And she was very honest with herself, maybe, or at the very least, she was very honest about the things she's passionate about. Let's say it that way. And with every single time she would use the term "I am," I felt like she just got a bit weaker in my eyes, and she stressed content creator for a bit until I kind of like, because I think I was like reflecting it on myself, and I was like, the difference between a content creator is an entertainer, whilst content in creation is entertaining. And it made me reflect on my videos. That's of course that's why I actually wrote content in creation. And then I thought, if we were to consider ourselves as the actual entertainment, are we entertainers or are we entertaining? And that's going to be the video at some point in the future. Wait, let me take the note. Entertainers or entertaining? Because entertainers kind of like have to do it themselves. I'm doing this in order for you to get to see me. While entertaining is just whatever I do makes people want to kind of look. Naturally, I chose the latter because I want you guys to look at these videos as a source of entertainment. Who wouldn't want to listen to some random guy from butt fuck nowhere in a country that's doomed by war and where everyone around them is just kind of like crying and being melodramatic about all sorts of like economic and political shit. And he randomly is just doing whatever the fuck he wants. Again, You guys still kind of like, I want to gamify society, man. I want to build a network with entities at the core where we can authenticate actual human beings through them without in a decentralized way. I want to create a decentralized network with entities at the core. I should have said that. See, every time I actually make that statement out loud, it always changes. And it's funny because they teach you that when you're actually trying to create, when you're trying to understand how to pitch, you realize that you really have to like fucking pitch a lot. You have to fail. You have to realize when you're actually sending a message or not. But am I really a content creator? Is it the effort that I don't put in these videos? I really don't. Just like shoot them, press pause. I did put effort in naming them. I did put effort in the vibe of them. I do put effort throughout the day in thinking what I want to create content about. Absolutely no research though. I literally I do exactly what I want to do in the day and kind of like recap how that affected my thought process and what are the new things that I started considering because of how I was doing the day. So it came to me content creator versus content in creation. And content in creation did not really reflect only on my videos, it reflected on me. Because I'm literally every single day for me is new content for everyone that actually knows me to engage with. My daily approach towards my form of expression is literally the content that's being created every day. It shifted my mind a bit between like the fact that we are creating content is not as much as beneficial as it is. It doesn't really come out from the people themselves. What they're expressing is they're trying to actually show something different from a different side of the world, or at least our world, or from their side of reality. But they're not truly expressing themselves. And maybe I was triggered as well by the fact that like my YouTube videos aren't as cool as hers because she edits a lot. Well, I don't have an editor, so anyone who wants to volunteer and maybe get paid if when I start having money, fuck yeah. But the concept behind designing something so people could actually accept it feels more to me like a product. And these days, content is catered and created for the people. It no longer feels like people are actually trying to get better at what they're doing or engage differently with the world and are seeking something new. It kind of seems they kind of like suck up anything that's thrown at them and they get to decide if it's a yes or no. I don't know, it's a zombified version of the world. It's like the Matrix in a weird way where everyone's kind of like locked in. And content creation in creation is everyone that is actively and on a daily basis just changing how he is perceived by himself. And I think he or she. And I think we only notice the stuff. We only notice the stuff as we are actually like, I think we only notice the stuff as we see what we're working with change and grow. Because that's the self actualization process, that's the creation. You're no longer a creator of the content, you are the creation from the content you are. Every single day, it's new, it's added value, it's built value. Every single day, whatever you're doing kind of evolves a bit, thus impacting you, whether consciously or subconsciously, which allows every single day for the people that know you to have to get to know you again. It's like that movie, I think 50 First Dates, where she basically like has no memory, and every single day she kind of like he has to remind her that she's in love with him and all that good stuff, or he has to make her fall in love with him again. And I think that's very important for us to understand that, like, when it comes to the people that know that love us, care about us, or the people that we care about. Effectively, every day we're different. We're mainly different for them as well. I don't know, maybe that's a part of why I'm sad most of the time, because they can't see that. They only want to talk to the person that I was back in when they remember me. Like everyone has that vision and they refuse to engage with it differently daily. I'm pretty sure that's the source of Shismo, of a relationship drama. It's because somebody changes when the other one doesn't. Super cool beans, dude. Oof, this got me deep, but actually, entertainment versus entertainer. It's fucking intense. Are we entertainers or entertaining? I'm gonna end with this, by the way. I think each one of us, if we look at ourselves as content in creation, then we're able to see, then we're able to look more objectively on how reality around us keeps changing every single day because of that thought process. We ourselves are our own content in creation. We're the ones who produce, we're the ones who express, and we're the ones who communicate, and we're the ones who connect, and we're the ones who build, and we are definitely the ones who create. Content in creation, why the fuck not?